Yeah, warm welcome to one and all, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank J2 Wealth for giving this wonderful opportunity to meet you all here. Two things actually. This shows the trust all of you have interested on J2 Wealth. And the second thing is that on a Saturday evening, you have all taken your precious time to come here. That shows the interest that you have on the wealth creation and financial enhancement. It is very I'm much elated to see that. On that note, usually you all know disclaimer for mutual fund, right? You all know, right? Mutual funds are subject to market risk. I have one more small disclaimer, my own disclaimer, that is looking at this satire, I am not, don't think I am not affiliated to any party because there is an election season around and I am just affiliated to my company, right? So on that note, J2 Wealth, in fact, Mr. Sheikh Jilani, I know him for about 15, 16 years. I came from banking industry about 16 years back to mutual fund industry. So from then I am seeing him on various capacities and the way he has taken interest on creating wealth for many people is is very commendable. I think about 5 years completed recently, they celebrated an anniversary, and managing about 1,700 crores of asset under management is really a great thing. I think all our wishes are there for much more to come for them to manage and create many more crorepathi's. So that is one thing. And today, so what we are here is for to talk about India, a multi-decadal growth story. There are many seniors here, and you would have seen really the India growth story. But what I am trying to tell here is to substantiate that with some kind of a data points and what is the present scenario looking like. So I think any point in time you can or some data points that you have. So we'll be very glad to do that. I made India a multi-decadal growth story. It is not a decadal growth story. The reason is because it is really going to be a multi-decadal, right? It is not, the growth story is not going to stop in 10 years. It is going to be there for multiple 10 years, that is decades. That is why we made it as a multi-decadal growth story. We all have seen how the markets have grown. We are here going to cover on this next 20-25 minutes. This is the flow we are going to see how the India growth story is looking like, and to substantiate that, what is the demographic strength India has, which is a bigger strength for India now, and how the market can grow along with that. And another important factor is on the manufacturing growth as a country, where we are there. And related to that is the PLI, which is a government policy, production linked incentive. We are going to see little deep on that. And how is India placed in the EM table? That is on the emerging market space. How are we placed? I'll just show one slide there. And of course, all of us know the digital growth, what we are up to. Even a 10 rupees worth, you take a 20 rupees coconut or a 10 rupees, some kind of a thing, we can just take our mobile and pay it. Such kind of a digitization we are there in terms of growth. And then I'm just going to touch upon, in related to this, the manufacturing NFO, which is we have launched yesterday in fact, and how that fund is going to benefit on our wealth creation. And to substantiate that, how the markets performed in 23 in spite of many hurdles. We have seen market has delivered good returns. We will also see some pointers what are the hurdles came in between, and in spite of that market gave a good return. Let's see that also, right? So I'm just starting this with a projection. We all know that India, in terms of GDP rank, we are in the 5th position in the global rank, and as of now, and this is actually a projection in 2075. Look at the table. China is expected as 57 trillion. China is now at about 18 trillion. And the second place is going to be India with about 52. And third is going to be United States. This is actually Morgan Stanley's projection. And I think I'll leave this to our own thoughts, but this is the actual projection. We can see this in reality also. Because few years back when we saw the GDP at 2 trillion and almost it is doubled now at 4 plus trillion, and our projection is that immediately in next 5 years we can reach about 8 and so on. So we'll see what are the factors that this can happen on the multi-decadal growth story. The main thing is demography. நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் demography. Can I little bit add Tamil? Yep. Thanks sir. Yep. So நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் நம்மளுடைய மிகப்பெரிய strength வந்து இந்தியாவில் என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா average age. Today we have surpassed China in terms of population, which is at 140 crore plus. But 20-25 years back, China had this advantage. One is population. The second thing is these guys used this strength of population and entered into a big time manufacturing. Any product from pin to plate, they started manufacturing. And today we are in that cusp of that growth, like exactly what China was 20-25 years back. And this is the main strength what we have, the demographic. Demography is nothing but the average age of the population. In India, what they are saying is, the data says about 65% of population is between 18 to 40 years. And the 18 to 40 years in a peak of the earning age. You all accept? Peak of the earning age. And once this kind of a large population is going to earn, then naturally they are going to spend. So consumption will go up. It is all connecting the dots. Consumption will go up. When consumption has to go up, naturally the country will produce more of products and services, which is manufacturing. Until about 4-5 years back, India as a country was depending on other countries for most of the products. Do you agree? But today, as we talk, I think we have improved on that. We will see how we have improved. Few factors are very interesting factors are there. நம்ம எப்படி வந்து மேனுஃபேக்சரிங்கில் இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆகிருக்கோம் இட். On the demographics பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா, I think some data points show that 7.41 crore of ITRs filed so far. It was like not even few crores, but now it is improved to 7.41 crores. This is by the CBDT data. And this is one important slide. But I mean, sorry for the very small this thing, because I can't enlarge this. So I just want to tell you, this is basically a slide which tells about the per capita income, or you can simple terms you can call household income. ஒரு 20 years back, நமக்கு நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா 5 lakh அரவுண்ட் சம்பளம் வாங்கினவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு நம்பர்ஸ் தெரியும். அதுவே வந்து ஒரு பெரிய சம்பளமாக இருந்தது 20-25 years back. Agreed? And now, அந்த டைம்லேயே நான் திருப்பி ஒன்று சொல்கிறேன், 10 lakh அரவுண்ட் 10 to 15 lakh சம்பளம் வாங்கினாக்கா ஐ திங்க் தே ஆர் லைக் சூப்பர், அண்ட் 25 lakh இஸ் அ ட்ரீம். அண்ட் நவ் இஃப் யூ சி 25 lakh ஆஃப் சம்பளம் வாங்குறவங்க வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா per annum, many people, it has become almost common, right? And 10 to 15 lakh is a large number, and 5 lakh is like very basic. In fact, இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஃப்ரெஷர் வந்து ஒரு வேலைக்கு போனாலே I think they have opportunity to get a salary of 5+ lakhs. So that kind of a household income level has gone up. Actually, idhula enna solla varana, this blue line is actually the 10 to 20 lakhs bucket. 2015 la 10 to 20 lakhs was 11 million, and in 2020 it has gone up by 4%, 13 million, and 2025 we are expecting it to go to 17 million. When this household income levels go up, naturally what will happen? Consumption will go up. Everyone will actually spend. இவ்வளோ நம்ம இன்றைக்கி வந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட எக்மோர்லேருந்து நான் இங்கே வர்றதுக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா half an hour ஆச்சு. ஐ எம் ஷுர் all of you would have faced the traffic. We all know that the entire city is filled with cars. But one shocking data, in India, for every 1,000, only 36 people have a car. Only 36 people. And in US it is 450 plus. how much gap is there? And the very basic necessity, which is a washing machine and air conditioner now, and the penetration is nothing less than about 8% in India. But we see that even in a rural area or in a slum area, we see everyone is having air condition, everyone is having washing machine. Actually, that is the picture what we are seeing and the data what it is shown is completely different. Penetration even this 36 cars per 1000 இது வந்து 100 ஆச்சுனால எந்த அளவுக்கு சேல்ஸ் ஆகும்னு பாருங்க. And in recent government policies, like we can see few policies we are going to see, but one such policy, not policy, the vision is developed nation by 2047, Amrit Kal, right? So that kind of a vision is there. And it is not that India is somewhere left over ஒரு சின்ன நாடு அந்த மாதிரி இல்லாம இன்னைக்கு 10 biggest industries for billionaires இது 2023 as per data, and one of our known companies there which is on that corner 7%, and that is Mr. Mukesh Ambani, the Reliance Group. We are in the top 10, at least we are present in this table. It is not that India is away from this table. There are many companies here. Berkshire, Buffett is there, Mr. Buffett, and Amazon, Mr. Jeff Bezos. Likewise, you can see every industry there. And 7% on this pie is held with Mr. Mukesh, the Reliance Group, which is a diversified. It is not only oil gas, it is diversified. Now coming to this manufacturing. Usually, என்ன ஆகும்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கண்ட்ரியோடைய growth, நான் வந்து ஆரம்பத்தில் சொன்னேன், சைனா ஒரு 25 years back they were like us. Now அவன் பாப்புலேஷனை யூஸ் பண்ணி மேனுஃபேக்சரிங்கை வந்து பிக் டைமாக எடுத்துகிட்டு போனான். And now we are in that stage, like we have started manufacturing. There are for two reasons. One, a little slowdown of China benefited us. Actually, in the COVID situation, China didn't manage it so well. And as a country, I think we have managed it so well. Angarundu we bounced back. And later, lot of companies, actually what happened, they have substituted China with India. And I should tell you, you all would be aware that there is a very pride also I can say that today the very prestigious phone we call the Apple iPhone is manufactured in India. The plant is completely shifted, and there are 3 places they have put a plant in India. One is Sriperumbudur, one is Tirupati, and one is in near Bangalore. Right? So what a pride moment. I have one dedicated slide to show how this mobile manufacturing technology has gone up. We were struggling to assemble a mobile phone in India with a just penetration of 2% on assembling itself. I'll show that. But today, we are in a position to manufacture a world's premier phone, which is iPhone. And very last week, I think, there is one particular company of us that is in India. You would have seen in many portfolios called Dixon Technologies. They are pioneer in manufacturing the mobile panels. They work for iPhone. And one company, a known company, a large company, has signed an agreement with them last week, which is Google, to manufacture their Pixel phone. So now the penetration on manufacturing of iPhone மட்டும் இல்லை, அடுத்த level of Pixel phone கூட பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இங்கே தான் நடக்க போகிறது. So it is not assembling point, it is going to be manufacturing. Such a pride. இந்த PMIன்றது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த purchase manager indexன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க மேனுஃபேக்சரிங்கில். It shows what is a trend that India is having. Of course, in September 2255, it is an indication point. We are at 23 September 57.5, and the present, as we talk, the present is about 58.8. So the growth is there. Of course, you can see a small dip there here. The dip is because 23 the Ukraine issue, and a lot of supply chain constraint happened because of Ukraine war, and that is how there was a dip, but we again bounced back. For a chinna example solnonaka, you all would be aware, semiconductor shortage vanduchu illingla Ukraine issue time la. We were expecting only semiconductor from one country, which is Taiwan. they were monopoly types. அதனால வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம கார் வாங்க ரெடியாக இருந்தால் கூட we have to wait for 8 months and 1 year ப்ரொடக்ஷனே இல்லை. Then what India actually bounced back and they started manufacturing semiconductors here. I'll show some names now. Now we have about 8-9 companies within our country to manufacture semiconductors. So we have become Atmanirbhar. That is, Atmanirbhar Bharat is nothing but self-reliant India, and I'll show that also. Very cluttered data, I'll just tell you in detail. PLI a positive impact. அதாவது performance linked incentive வந்து government policy என்ன சொன்னாங்க அப்படின்னாக்கா, they made all the companies, even a MNC company, to come and put a factory here. No more assembling in India, you put a factory here, you will be incentivized. And in that note, lot of companies, as we are seeing Apple example, lot of MNCs have come. An increase of 76% in foreign direct investment happened from 2022 till now. So that is a great number. அதே மாதிரி பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா நிறைய கம்பெனிஸில் இது வந்து இருக்கு. You can take it as pharma, telecom, white goods, food processing, textile, drones, etc. etc. அதே மாதிரி இன்னொரு ஃபேக்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா almost it has given a 3.25 lakh of employment opportunity. Again a big boom. When the US is struggling for employment, இங்கே வந்து 3.25 lakh of employment has been created. அவன் எவ்வளோ சம்பாதிப்பான், அவன் எவ்வளோ செலவு பண்ணுவான், again it is linked to the consumption story. So this is the main advantage. Again I am touching back to the demography strength. This is what I wanted to spend time on a few minutes. In the smartphone manufacturing PLI உடைய இந்த PLI உடைய இன்டர்ஃபியரன்ஸ் வந்த பின்னாடி கவர்மெண்ட் பாலிசியில் 2% of penetration 2015 இருந்து 2022 we have gone up to 15% of penetration. இந்த different bars நீங்க பார்க்கிறது என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா different stages of mobile phone. Assembly, storage, memory, casing, அதுக்கப்புறம் sub components, display. Look at the percentage. It has gone up to 15%. So in that way, even on the technology side வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம companies வந்து சலிக்காம they have all improved, right? When I say this, I would like to touch upon one company which was nowhere known, but now it has become a darling of lot of fund managers. உங்களுக்கும் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும், most of your portfolios will have it. Sorry sir? Dixon one, and the other one is Data Patterns, who supplies the radar imaging system for defense vehicles. So they have become it is in Chennai, Siriseriyila irukku அந்த company. And 5 years before it was like no one knows it. Today it has become a multi-bagger company. And because of that technology, they are very key to defense manufacturing now. One of a very important company. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அவன் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான்னா, now they have started exporting also. We have gone to such a level that இன்னைக்கு நம்ம டிஃபென்ஸில் வெளிநாட்டில் இருந்து வாங்கிட்டு இல்லாமல் இன்னைக்கு we are supplying to other countries. Our BrahMos missile, for example, right? So such an advancement we have gone. When I said about smartphone, I would like to touch upon this telecom industry growth. Again, this industry, see, the size expected to grow from 44 billion to 69 billion by 2028. This is the projection for telecom industry. And telecom industry oda boom eppadi irukku namakku theriyum, because the smartphone penetration in India is so well, and directly it is also linked with the UPI which we have launched, and we are pioneer. I think the other countries are looking at how these guys are just taking a mobile and paying. And there were lot of comments இல்லைங்களா, எப்படி அது பண்ண முடியும், ஒரு மொபைல் எடுத்து ஒரு 10 ரூபாய் வந்து ஒருத்தன் வந்து அங்கே ஒரு ஃபோன் கனெக்ஷன் இருக்காது, அவங்ககிட்ட வந்து ஒரு டேட்டா கனெக்ஷன் இருக்காது, ஒரு இளநீர் வாங்கினாக்கா எப்படி 20 ரூபாய் பே பண்ண முடியும்? Today it is possible. I mean, guys even in London are just like blinking whether I can do this in India but not there. So such advancement we did, especially in terms of technology advancement. And this is the telecom growth story, in line with that. This slide I wanted to show, which is on the semiconductor manufacturing. Semiconductor வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா இன்னைக்கு கிட்டத்தட்ட 8-9 companies are doing this. I think as we speak some more companies would have come joining them. I think these are some known companies who are managing this. One is Tata is a known company, LC. So these guys manufacture semiconductors in India. They also export. And this is very important. Lithium ion battery companies, almost 9-10 companies. There prominent companies we know that Amara Raja and Exit. But look at the other companies. இன்னைக்கு EV penetration ரொம்ப லார்ஜா போயிட்டு இருக்கு இந்தியாவில். We all know it started with a two-wheeler. இன்னைக்கு almost out of, I would say, 10 cars, at least 1 or 2 cars we are seeing a EV. So அந்த penetration வந்து இன்னைக்கு வளர்ந்துகிட்டே வருது. Lot of companies are doing R&D to even more enhance that. ஏன்னா இன்னைக்கு வந்து charging stations கம்மியாக இருக்கு. I think in next 10 years you can see a change in terms of EV vehicles penetration. So these are companies who are into that. So this is a very interesting thing. நான் இப்போ சொன்னது எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு summary மாதிரி. The Mint வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா once in a quarter they do this study which is a emerging markets tracker on various parameters. How a company is, how a country is manufacturing எப்படி பண்ணுறான், அவன் வந்து இன்ஃப்ளேஷன் அவன் கண்ட்ரியில் எப்படி இருக்குது, எல்லாத்த பேஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா ஒரு 7 parameters they put a composite India score rank. அதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட இது லான்ச் பண்ணது 19. அப்போ வந்து இந்தியா வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அவன் போட்ட ட்ராக்கரில் இந்தியா வாஸ் சம்வேர் இன் 3rd position. I think I am tracking this in last almost 1 year. India is in top position consistently. We are in the rank of 83 score, not rank, sorry, 83, which is the number 1. Following to that is Brazil and China and Brazil. And this is the level of consistency this country has had. And this will continue. So on this note, we are just touching upon few slides for this manufacturing fund. So when we say that India growth story is there, linked with consumption, linked with manufacturing, why this manufacturing fund now? How it will help your portfolio to put a allocation. அதில் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணாக்கா எந்த அளவுக்கு நமக்கு பெனிஃபிட் ஆகும் அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா ஏன் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இப்போ அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 3-4 விஷயம் நான் உங்ககிட்ட சொன்ன மாதிரி கவர்மெண்ட் பாலிசிஸ் வெரி ஸ்ட்ராங். ஒன் இஸ் ஆத்மநிர்பர் பாரத், அதாவது செல்ஃப் ரிலையன்ட் இந்தியா, நமக்கு தேவையானதை நம்மளே மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதுதான் வந்து அந்த பாலிசியோடைய நோக்கம். அதை பண்ணுறதுக்கு வந்து இன்சென்டிவைஸ் பண்ணுறது தான் வந்து ப்ரொடக்ஷன் லிங்க்ட் இன்சென்டிவ், தட் இஸ் PLI ஸ்கீம். அண்ட் மேக் இன் இண்டியா அந்த ஒரு சிங்கம் போட்டு ஐ திங்க் தட் ஹஸ் பீன் வெரி 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 பாப்புலர். லாட் ஆஃப் கம்பெனிஸ் ஹவ் ஸ்டார்டட் putting a shop here, putting a factory here. That is one on the government policy. Global tailwinds என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா இந்தியா China உடைய slow down. Naturally I touched upon some time back. It is not that China has shut their shop. நிறைய பேர் சொல்கிறாங்க இந்தியா வந்து China +1னாக்கா சைனாக்கு அதை முடிஞ்சிடுது. Definitely not. The slowdown வந்து நமக்கு பெனிஃபிட்டாக இருக்குது, அவ்வளோதான். Because of their slowdown, few things have come for us. And definitely as a 18 trillion economy, can we touch or reach that? அவன் இன்னும் வளர்ந்துட்டே போவான். நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைடே அதான் காமிச்சேன். He will be number 1. There is no race here. But we are actually in that cusp of the growth. We are catching up. Their slowdown has benefited us also. So அது வந்து global tailwinds ன்னு சொல்லலாம். And improved infrastructure. Infrastructure growth has been phenomenal. You take railways, you take road. What a phenomenal development. And recently I heard that Mudra harbor, that is in Gujarat, has docked the largest cargo vessel. So that kind of a growth we have had, that also implies that goods, அதாவது supply chain உடைய constraint இல்லாமல் how we can able to develop production. ஒரு manufacture பண்ணிடலாம், ஆனால் when there is no infrastructure, how the goods can travel? So on that note, infrastructure development has been phenomenal in India. So these are some major points. How manufacturing will grow. It is already growing. How it will grow further. This is about how we can focus என்ன செக்டரில் நம்ம பண்ணலான்னா, there are some 10 sectors we have taken. இதுக்கு உள்ளார வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 32 industries we will be tracking it very closely. To name a few, capital goods, இதில் வந்து industrial manufacturing companies இருக்கும், agriculture related company, electrical equipment, aerospace, defense, இது எல்லாம் அதில் வரும். The next important thing we will bet on is FMCG. Because of consumption, FMCG will be growing big time. FMCG is, you all know, that fast moving consumer goods, which is food product, beverages, etc. And the way, you know, the present generation is looking at, I think these products will, like, you know, no time it will fly. The other thing is consumer durables. Because as I told you, consumer durables oda growth penetration ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு. அது இன்னும் வளரும். ஏன்னா கையில் ஒரு சம்பாத்தியம் இருக்கும்போது everyone will think that they have to enhance their lifestyle. பைக்ல இருந்து காரே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பேஸ்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு மாடல், and it keeps going. I think now one industry which you have not touched here, but I want to tell you, the industry, tourism industry, which got boomed in last 4 years, especially after COVID. In the binge traveling சொல்லுவா இல்லையா, because of that situation, என்ன ஆகுமோ எதுவோ தெரியாமல் everybody started traveling. இங்கே இருக்க, you go to the nearby place like, you know, our own Goa, you can see only heads in the beach. It is not like before. Such a level of traveling has started. And also people have started traveling abroad. You all know that. So I think that is all coming under in this. Of course, automobile components and automobile வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, it is, you know, a very, very key sector. Manufacturing ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய percentage will be there, automobile, and on this manufacturing side I should tell you that 3 states are in India are prominent from the beginning. The first is Gujarat, Maharashtra, and the third position is Tamil Nadu, where most of the companies are there on the manufacturing side. That is, we have in Tamil Nadu many companies who manufacture many other goods, and especially automobiles. Of course, healthcare, chemical, textile, all these are the focus. And on the GDP, if you see, agriculture வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு percentage வகிக்கும். I think it is about 38% of weightage of GDP will be agriculture. As we speak, manufacturing as a sector, அதனுடைய weightage on the GDP பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it is about 15%. It is likely to double in next 3 years, which is going to go to 30%. So such a kind of growth is going to be attached with manufacturing companies.